Guys, deluded. I'm back again. Now, in current times, well, I'd say the first person I probably saw move abroad was probably Taylor Moore, who was at Lens, where he didn't move abroad, and there was another player, another English youth player. I think it was Daniel Cologne, who joined Stuttgart. And then you had the young Palace lad who went and joined Gladbach. So you were seeing Oxford obviously moved. So you were seeing young players. Oh wait, before I carry on, Solanke went on loan to Vitesse. So you were seeing players start to go to other countries, whether it was on loan, permanently, or whatever. Probably in the last 18 months, you're seeing it become even added now. We saw Willock depart the club, obviously, to go to Benfica. You're seeing it accelerated. There's been numerous examples, for me to speculate on or comment on. But in the last couple of days, I've seen even more, even on addition to what I've spoken about the youth, the young wonder kid leaving Spurs to go to PSV. Three players. Firstly, and the one that caught me by surprise, George Hurst. That name sounds very familiar. If those of you that know, Sheffield Wednesday boy, I've watched him at England youth level. He's been obviously all the players. There's nothing to read into, but all the clubs want the best players or the biggest prospects. So Leicester City, Arsenal, United in particular were chasing him. He's not gone to all of them. I believe his contract's actually run out at Wednesday, and he's joined the second division side in Belgium. Now I forgot their name, and people would say, "Why are you going to do that?" Me included, but you've got to question it. I wouldn't say the pathway wasn't there at Sheffield Wednesday because they wanted to play him and rate him, and I don't know specific reasons for going, but it adds to the cause. Why is he going? It's a different experience. Will it allow him to develop and learn a new way? Ultimately, he's young, so he deems this the best choice. What can anyone tell him? So there's that. There's a young forward that plays for Chelsea called Combs. Combs. He joined Chelsea last year in August 2017. He's now apparently he's a striker. Apparently he's going. I've never watched him, by the way, people. Apparently he's going to Benfica. He previously played for Palace. So if he's left Palace, which I don't know the ins and outs, but just on the basis I know, if you left Palace to go to Chelsea for a year and then go into Benfica, the Chelsea move probably wasn't the best of moves. But what has he got to think then? If some players have been there and have gone on loan again at Chelsea with no realistic chance of making it there at that club, if he's been there for less than a year or a year to humour everybody, and he's thought, alright, there's no point in me signing a scholarship here. Benfica's calling for me. Again, it's not confirmed, people, but if they're calling for me, boom, that adds to the flyer. And then there's a young left back of Nottingham Forest who have a good pathway, who produce a lot of good players. You're going to see Arvin Appiah come through. Embleton's there, he ripped Arsenal. Max Bondswell, he's a left back. Allegedly, he was Liverpool and United were interested in him as well. He's turned that down and he's joined Leipzig. Sadly, Nottingham Forest will get no compensation fee, and I don't want to say it's karma because Nottingham Forest don't really trouble anyone. But when you consider the grand scheme of things, English clubs have been the beneficiaries of players like that getting away with nominal fees and stuff like that. Look at actually when Pogba signed for United from El Havre. Of course, it was a bit of karma because he left for free same way. But look at how he joined. It was kind of for peanuts sort of thing. So you can say foreign clubs are getting their own back on English clubs for poaching their talents and for nominal fees, and whether they make it or not, casting them away and things like that. But it shows a change and shift in dynamic, man. Ultimately, if people are going abroad, it's going to make them better players. They're going to have more adaptability. They're going to have more life choices. They're going to have an added experience of life. I might be thinking a bit too ahead, but maybe in 20, 30 years, obviously with the current trend of Sancho and all these players going abroad, eventually these players will retire one day. If they've gone to different countries and things like that and brought through different principles, I'm keen to see what they've added in their coaching arsenal, or if they actually remain in other countries and coach abroad and things like that. So maybe I'm reading too ahead of things. And to be honest, we are seeing young coaches go abroad. You're seeing Potter's had to really go abroad in Sweden to get a look at Swansea. There's a young black coach, I believe I forgot his name, but he's in Norway and then things like that. And there's other examples that you guys have probably seen that I haven't. But there's nothing more to be said. In ultimate, there's 3 players I've listed there, and they're all going abroad allegedly, and that follows on the trend. And there'll probably be more before I actually finish this vid. But people, man, I know some of you get onto me for not talking long enough in my vids. I really apologize for that, guys. Deluded. Get in the comments, subscribe, and do the rest if you wish. I'm out. Subscribe and like the thing for me.